Expedition Online is supporting some amazing organizations this year. To donate, click the link below.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of Expedition Online, Season 5. I'm your commentator tonight, Sam Donovan, and with me tonight, Season 2 standout, one of my favorite players to watch and play some minis with, Daniel Fleschner. Daniel, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to see what this day has in store for us. It's been a good start to the season.
Yeah, speaking of great start to the season, yesterday, usually these can start a little slow, but off the gates, we had aggressive gameplay, a vote that was truly up in the air until the last second, a compass played. Coming out of last night, do you expect the fireworks to continue today?
I mean, I hope so. I think it's something that when you're not one of the players, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see all the things, and if you are one of the players, it's got to make their heads explode when you just want an easy vote to get things started.
Right, but clearly not the case. And so it should be a super exciting night. I don't think we waste any more time, and I think we throw it right into the gameplay and see how day 3 kicks off for us.
Let's do it.
Feeling very stressed right now because I got 2 votes at Tribal, and I think there was a very real possibility of me being the one to be voted out.
Jessica made this really weird speech when initially doing camp. She was like, she wants him gone, he has to go, and then right before we go in to vote, she's like, Cole, I just want you to know, like, I'm 100% with you. And I'm like, what?
I can just kind of say that I feel good knowing that my teammates didn't flip on me, right? Even though the talk of an idol was there.
Jessica went home. I did vote for Cole, but I don't want anyone to know that I voted for Cole because it turns out that he had the votes to stay anyway.
It feels good to be on the positive side of an idol misplay. Sorry, Jack.
That fucking blows. Like, I am in some shit on this tribe. Because if anything, if they don't want to target Lori, I'm the next. Because everyone loves Kevon. No one wants to see Kevon go. So I could either prove myself in this challenge and do a fucking fantastic job or what, like, I don't know.
But I'm feeling good. I'm really loving the connection that I have with Mike and Madison. I would like for the 3 of us to kind of stay the core 3 in our, like, group of 4 in the group of 5, right? Because the group of 5 would be myself, Madison, Mike, Greg, and Lady K. The group of 4 would be myself, Madison, Mike, and Greg. And honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to pulling in Lori.
I bet you they don't have the same chemistry that we do.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Anybody else kind of like, where's Lori?
Right?
Oh, I know.
Who's missing?
I know.
We'll kidnap her.
Yep, we'll kidnap you for sure. We gotta kidnap her back.
Welcome everyone to Expedition Online Season 5. It's day 3. We're here at the Exemption Challenge. Last Crossroads, we unfortunately lost Jessica from Team Coach. So we have an odd number of players for today's competition. But that's not going to matter. You guys picked leaders for each side. Who are my leaders? Hands up. All right, I got Madison, and from Fishback, I've got Robbie. All right. In just a second, I am going to send Robbie and Madison into a group chat where they are going to pick a 3rd person. And then we're going to do a schoolyard pick because we are doing a swap. So hope you all didn't get too comfortable. Hope everyone took advantage of the time they had with their current parties. Because we're going to switch things up right away. We're going to 3 teams of 5. So if I can get Robbie and Madison to jump on over into the crossroads, and we'll get your decision here.
Dog, what?
Oh, you got surprised?
Hi, Madison. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, guys. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. You must come to an agreement on one name.
Do you have a preference?
I really don't care. I mean, obviously we really don't know each other's tribes. I mean, you guys know Lori, but do you have any kind of clue?
I don't care either way. Should we make it Lori since she knows the most people now.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd be okay with that.
Sounds good to me. You guys still have another minute if you want to use it.
So I want to get to know you. Where are you from? How old are you? What do you do?
I'm 19. I'm from Massachusetts. What about you?
I am 27. I live in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, really? My family is from Cape Coral.
Nice.
If you know where that is.
I do. I drive down to Miami sometimes, so I know. I'm so nervous about this. Is there anybody that you don't want to pick? I will respect your decision. If you want somebody to come to your tribe, I will not pick that person.
I feel like honestly, I feel like you're obviously gonna pick people from your tribe that you feel comfortable with. I feel like I'm gonna do the same. Like Lori's obviously from my tribe, but she's known both sides, so I feel like she's more the wild card
Right.
pick.
Now, if we can't pick someone from our tribes, is there someone you recommend that I pick? And I could say, like, look, I got great vibes from Madison. I think that we could do something going forward. If you don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be like Fishback and Coach. Like, it's Survivor.
Yeah, honestly, like I have
30
really good
seconds.
vibes with pretty much everyone but Jack.
Okay.
That's kind of where we left off. He played the idol last night.
Oh.
Yeah. So, because it was 1 vote for Jack, 2 votes for Cole, and then 4 for Jessica. I voted for Jessica. So that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of like iffy about Jack because I'm kind of closer with like Cole, Mike, Greg. That's kind of where I'm at. And so them going after Cole was not great for me.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
All right, that is your time. Sounds like you guys agreed upon Lori. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's go back to the group. All right, so Robbie and Madison have come to a decision, and our third team captain will be Lori. All right, so we are going to bring up a wheel to decide who is going to get first pick. The way that this is going to work, it's going to be, first is going to be a snake draft. Whoever gets first pick will get last pick in the second round. And also, once you pick someone, whoever you pick will pick the next person. All right, so we'll go onward. So team captains will only be picking the first person. All right, does everyone understand how the draft works? Is everyone excited? All right, Shane, you want to go ahead?
First person will be black team, second person red team, third person green team. And that will be the order we pick. So the person picking first, and they're going to be on the black team, is Robbie. And then the red team picking second is Madison, and Lori will be on the green team picking third.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it, Robbie. Who's the first pick?
Oh, so many decisions. I'm going to choose Holden first.
Holden, joining the black party. All right, Madison, go ahead.
I'm going to pick Cole.
Cole, going over to Team Red. And Lori.
I am going to go with Mike.
All right, Mike, you're going to be picking for the green party. Go ahead.
I'll go with Greg.
Greg. All right, Greg going over to Team Green. Let's have Cole picking for Team Red.
I'm going to pick Lady K.
Lady K. Excellent. Holden, you'll be picking for Team Black.
I'm going to go ahead and pick Randy.
Randy. All right, Randy, you're up. Picking again for Team Black.
I'm going to pick Simona.
Simona. All right, Lady K, you'll be picking for Team Red.
I'm going to choose Jack.
Jack. And Greg.
Who's still available?
Hands up if you're still available.
Let's do Zianya.
Zianya. How did I do? Where is she? Nailed it, yes. All right.
Nailed it. Can y'all raise your hands again, please? David.
David. And Jack, last pick of the draft. Whoever's not going with you is going to go over onto Team Black. So who's going to be joining Team Red, Jack?
I am going to pick Jenny.
Jenny. That will leave Rhonda on Team Black. So, Team Black will consist of Robbie, Holden, Randy, Simona, and Rhonda. Team Red is going to have Madison, Cole, Lady K, Jack, and Jenny. And then on the green party, we have Lori, Mike, Greg, Ziania, and David. All right. So with that, we are ready to get going with our challenge. So 2 parties will win exemption, being safe from the crossroads. So only the team that finishes in last will be vulnerable this evening. We have a video to show you what the competition is.
Greetings, explorers. Today's challenge is called Carry Your Weight. Before the challenge, each party will need to pick 3 weight bearers and 2 decision makers. You will begin the challenge with 1 12-ounce can in each bag, and you'll want to have your cans nearby where you, whenever Jonathan says go, you will hold out your bags at shoulder height, and you will keep them there until you are told to add more weight. If your arms drop down below shoulder height, or if they go up above your head, you will be eliminated from the challenge. During the 2 minutes when the weight bearers are holding out their bags containing their cans, the decision makers for each party should be figuring out which member of which opposing party they want to add weight to next. Every so often, we will have a 10-second transition where you will add more cans to your shopping bags and then resume the standing position with your arms outstretched.
All right, everyone's good with that then? Okay, so you will be choosing 3 carriers and 2 callers. So jump into your base camps and you guys can discuss, and we'll come grab you guys in 1 minute. Perfect, I've got everyone here. Parties have chosen their carriers. All right, so the last 2 parties standing will have exemption. The last player standing will receive an advantage. All right, so we are playing for something past just exemption. There's an advantage in the game up for grabs. Everybody ready? Let's get my holders in place. All right, my callers can turn off their screens. Remember, your text chat is available for you guys to mull over who we're going to pick next. That is going to come every 2 minutes. All right. So let's get everyone with their arms out. We are starting this competition in 3, 2, 1. Start it. All right, everyone set up here. So for Team Black, we've got Holden, Randy, and Simona. For the green party, we've got David, Greg, and Mike. And then for the red party, we've got Cole, Jack, and Lady K. So everyone looking strong a minute into this. The first minute is a breeze, and then it just gets painful and it doesn't stop. So this isn't really a fun challenge. It's kind of fun for us, but I wouldn't say. I do think that these endurance ones though are the classics, the ones that you think about when you're like, I'm playing Survivor. It's a big endurance competition like this. So all right, so I'll just remind my callers, in 30 seconds you're going to pick 1 player from either party to add bags in. So 3 players will get bags, but it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be 1 from each party. So it'll be fun to see how that plays out. Who's going after who? All right, I'm gonna get those decisions in 10 seconds. All right, if you already know who you're gonna put up, just throw your video on for a second and let me know who you guys are gonna pick. Let's start. I'm gonna rotate these, so we're gonna start with the black party.
Who are we gonna give it to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Cole.
All right, Cole, just stay still until we've got all the names. The green party, who are we gonna give it to?
We're gonna give it to Jack from the red team.
Okay. And red party, who are you guys gonna be giving your?
We're gonna give it to Mike.
And Mike. All right, we got Cole, Jack, and Mike. You'll all be adding 1 pop can. You're gonna have 5 long seconds to do so. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead. got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's get those bags back up. All right, everyone's still good to go. Okay, callers, get back to discussing who we're going to add those bags to. Oh, everyone's got the strong face on. I like it.
David, bring your arms up just a tad.
Oh,
Thank
is that an
you.
official warning? Didn't sound like it. Oh, Randy has
Randy.
dropped. Randy is the first person out of this competition. All right, callers, jump on up. Let's see who else is going to be getting a pop can. Oh, Randy looking a little worse for wear. I hope you're all right there, Randy. Yeah, it gets tough on the shoulders. If you have any kind of shoulder problems, it's gonna get to you quick. All right, we are going to start with the green party this time. Who are we gonna place one on?
Sorry. Let's do one on Cole.
All right, another one on Cole. Red party, who are you gonna place on?
Cole.
Cole. And the black party, who are you gonna be placing it on?
Sorry, that was the black party.
Oh, sorry, red party then.
We're gonna do Holden.
Holden? All right. So in 3 seconds, Cole, you're gonna be adding 2 to each bag. Holden, you're gonna be adding 1. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, you got 5.
Greg, this is your official warning.
Thanks.
4, 3, 2, 1, back up. Good work, they're both back up. So we got Cole with 3 cans now. Holden, Jack, and David? No. Who was the other one? Mike. Holden, Jack, and Mike each have 1 can. To be honest, the weight doesn't really add that much. It's a pain no matter what.
Kay, I need you to bring your arms up. That's a warning.
All right, warning for Lady K. Starting to really see some pain in some people's faces.
All right,
Greg
Greg, you're out.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sorry, guys.
Greg drops right before. Let's get the callers back on and let us know who we're going to be adding to.
We're gonna do Mike.
Mike, watch those elbows.
We're going Jack.
And Team Green.
We're gonna go with Simona this time.
So in 3 seconds, we're going to have you guys add a can. 3, 2, Holden, you're down. You didn't get there. 3, 2, 1. Cole is also down. Who do we got left here? Simona now holding it down for Team Black. She's the only one left. Then we've got David and Mike for Team Green. And we've got Jack and Lady K for Team Red.
Let's go, Mike. Let's go, David.
Lady K helicoptering now, trying to take her mind off of the shoulder pain that must be going on here.
What a helicopter! I got 3 cans in my bags.
Yeah. Jack holding on to the most weight at the moment, but again, weight's a small variable at this point. Oh, David. David just gives in there. So Team Green is down to Mike. Great effort from David. Great effort from everyone left here. We've got 2 from Team Red. We've got 1 from Black and Green. Who's it going to be? Maybe 2 members from Red, but they look like they're in the most pain.
Yep.
Oh, Jack, I'm gonna give you a warning. I gotta have those arms straight out. Oh, and we have lost Simona from the Black Party, and they will be the ones going to Crossroads this evening. Now we're just down to the matter of the reward. With that, Jack has dropped out. Mike, you're on a warning now. Bring those arms up a little bit. So next person to get called is out, as Lady K and Mike have both received their warnings.
Add this, Lady K. Let's go.
Is it time to add another can?
Let's go,
Yes.
Mike.
All right. Both parties are going to be adding a can. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get those arms back up. Very good, very good.
Looking strong.
This sucks.
It does not look like fun.
So bad.
We've got one hell of a battle going on, and Lady K has dropped. Mike has won. And Mike, you will be receiving a reward. Look out for that. And a great work by Lady K. So the green and the red party have one exemption for the evening. I will be seeing the black party in exactly 1 hour from now. Hope you guys have fun.
Good effort, everyone.
Good job, everyone.
Good job, everyone. That was brutal.
Very good.
That looked
Very good
hard.
comp.
Ah! We're dressed like Coach with his earring, flower, dragon blood, baby. First immunity win. Channeled that inner team Coach. We are back. We are setting the tone, and we are not going to tribal, baby. Let's go. I was the last person standing and got an advantage. I now have a steal a vote. And I'm pumped up. We're playing Expedition Online. Let's do this.
You know, everything is good. We're all ready for the challenge. You know, everybody's giving all these tips. Clench your butt cheeks. Count to 10. David's dad is apparently some doctor and gave all these tips like shoulders forward, this, breathe, do this, like X, Y, and Z. And none of it mattered because
we have to swap. What? This early in the game, we're already swapping.
Absolutely gagged. I was not expecting that.
I was thrilled that my number one, Robbie, ended up picking me.
Holden picked Randy, and I was like, okay, we have 3 fish back here. Randy, you need to pick somebody from Coach. That's our layup. That's the person that we're going to be able to vote if we lose this challenge. Like, duh.
So Randy ended up picking me, which was really unexpected and was really exciting for me because Randy is someone who originally I didn't feel too great about, but he's jumped way up on my list now. I really like him. I get good vibes from him.
Listen, I was feeling good for a second. So Holden was talking like Holden was about to be the Simone Biles of bag holding. Like he was about to be the Michael Jordan of bag holding. Like he's about to be the Michael Phelps of bag holding. And Holden was not holding them bags up the way that I thought he was going to.
I dropped and we lost. And it was kind of my fault, but it was also not my fault because Holden said he was going to be able to go forever and he did not go forever.
Mona, you killed it. Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
I don't think I would have lasted it long, so props to you all. Like, very valiant effort.
That
Well, the
was
fact
very
that Jazz
tough.
dropped right after me and then Lady K really dropped less than a minute later, I was like, damn it. Like, I should have just held on. Like, we could have done it.
Oh, good. The first time the green tribe started targeting the red, I was in here like jumping up and down. I was like, we're doing this. We're doing this.
I almost feel like if it was you, Robbie, I felt like, Robbie or Rhonda, I feel like you guys could have went longer than me.
It's
It's impossible to say.
This is like worst case scenario just because
I know.
whoever goes, that limits our team fishback numbers. Like we don't have someone that we can just throw out
Yeah,
from the other
I
tribe, which is
I
awful.
registered that as soon as I made my pick. I probably made a mistake doing it, so keeping it
I
the
mean,
same.
but if you didn't, we could have easily been in the minority here. So,
True.
like,
The
it would
only-
have been Randy and 2 more of them, we would have been screwed. So I think you made a good choice.
What do you guys
want to
what
do?
yeah.
I mean, we've got to break off, right? That's
Yeah.
the reality of the situation.
Should we all take turns with everybody? I personally would like to talk to all of you at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
at the same time. Like before anything happens, I'd like to make sure that I have a personal conversation with each of you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that makes sense.
Okay, well, I don't know.
I'll go
This
I'll
is
go ahead
awful,
and
you
start,
guys.
I guess.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling petrified.
Because of the first vote.
Well, that and I was also the last pick going into these teams, and because I'm the only Canadian. So, yeah, I'm a little scared.
Don't be scared though. This is unfortunately part of Survivor, so
Yep.
you know, we have to make a decision here, but don't feel like you being Canadian or anything has anything to do with whatever decision is made tonight. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I clearly haven't talked to anybody else.
Yeah.
But I don't think being Canadian or anything. You are awesome. You slayed that first challenge. Like I don't think that it doesn't have anything to do with that. And truly, we loved having you. Like you told us your story, and I was captivated. Like I think you're awesome. Don't feel
Thank
like
you.
you're on the outs automatically. That's not the case. It's a tough situation because there's only 5 of us here.
Yeah, it's harder now because like we do all know each other, right?
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I was just saying that I did a confessional today, and I'm like, I don't even want to think about it because every one of you guys is awesome.
No, I mean I agree with Robbie. I think there's not a single person here that should feel in any way that they are automatically going home. Obviously, the last couple of days we've done nothing but connect and like learn
Mhm.
about each other and stuff. As far as I know, no one has talked game with me. I mean, we've been together almost the entire time. So I think it's like it's gonna be a crazy like 50 minutes here just to decide.
Let's pitch our strengths, just so we have a little bit of everything, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I mean, who knows with online Survivor how things are gonna go. Eventually, I think there's gonna be some kind of word challenges and stuff like that. I play word games all the time because Queen Sandra said to. So and I am very, very stubborn and driven. Like, I don't know if I would have lasted any longer than you, Randy. You know what I mean? Like, but I know that I will give everything I got for you guys.
I'm feeling extremely nervous tonight just because it sucks being the first one.
Well, I know I don't want you to go.
I don't want you to go either. It's just the timing of everything sucks. I feel like I'm an extremely loyal person, extremely positive when it comes to playing with people. I just want to have fun, and
Yeah.
I know I'm just going to be someone who you can trust until the very end. And I have my strengths. Like I'm not like saying I did better than anyone at the last challenge, but I did pretty good at the last challenge. I got it in 3. So I really hope that it's not looked too hard upon that I sucked at today. Maybe assume.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel good with you, obviously. None of us have really
Right.
had much time to talk in the past 2 days just
Yeah.
because we had like the chores yesterday and whatever. I'd be really surprised if she had the compass. Like, even if she and Lori both got the clue,
Yeah,
it's a
she
tough clue, and
seems
her lack of technological understanding makes me doubt a little bit that she would have that.
right. I don't want to seem like I'm not paying attention. Every time I look over, I'm also looking for the idol.
Reality now with a Simona vote, do you think Holden would be open to that?
See,
I
I
wish
just feel like
they
I'd
would
talk
go
to you
to.
guys more.
I
Sorry.
wish they I was going to say if they were in the trees right now and not Cloud Forest, I would go just see what they're talking about and then see where everyone stands. That's a tough one because I don't even know who they would be talking about right now. Obviously, they're probably just exploring the options as well. I just think at this point in the game, so early on, and people love to look ahead and do like easy votes and stuff like that. But I think this early on is when you want to get the people that you trust the most. Like this is where loyalty really matters in the game. That's just where I'm coming from. I think loyalty is like a huge thing moving forward. But I do agree with you, Rhonda, that I mean, we got to win challenges.
I like Simona, don't get me wrong. I do really like her.
Oh, yeah.
I just had less communication with her than you guys, and I don't know her as well, and I think that would be the only reason, which is really ignorant to say. Like, I mean, no one wants to put names out there. No one wants to
Yeah,
put names
no.
out there.
Someone has to though. So I respect you a lot for saying that. I can't tell you how much that means because someone's got to. You can't just kind of play ring around the rosy this entire time.
And that like knows that I have like we have that clue from Lori.
Right.
I just wanted to clear up in case she like tries to bring that up to you, like, oh, I did share with Simona. Like, it's not different than the information that we got, and it's
Right.
yeah. I don't think anyone's using their compass to save Rhonda except for Rhonda.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
And like I don't think she has it. Like you said, I think the rest of us are relatively like game cognizant, right? And like you know, one, like Rhonda's probably the smartest move to go, and two, like, is it smart for anyone's personal game to like play something on her to keep her here? Like that puts
Right.
you in a bad spot with the rest of the team.
Especially,
And
this is the second vote. If we did
yeah,
a swap on vote
exactly.
too.
Right, and it's like, how much longevity does she have? Your compass is going to be more of a benefit to you, right, in the long term than spending it on the second vote. So, especially if they're this hard to find. Hello, like,
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe a second clue would come up.
So you know yesterday when I played my compass and only negated Jessica's vote against me? Well, ideally, that's not gonna happen again. I've been looking for the compass forever. I looked for it all last night. And then the second 8 o'clock hit, I started looking. Because I knew that if we didn't swap, I needed that thing in my pocket or else I was going to be screwed. And lo and behold, I found it before anyone even batted an eye. I mean, the fact that I found 2 compasses in 3 days shouldn't happen, but it's pretty fucking good. But I gotta be careful.
I trust you guys. Oh, well, yeah. Hold on. I'll jump to In the Trees if anybody wants to talk there.
I'll go to In the Trees.
Okay.
I'll also go to In the Trees.
hello.
Honey, how's it going?
I'm good. This sucks.
Oh, I know. It's like, who do you pick? No one has done anything to irritate anybody, right?
No.
So did you guys throw out any names?
We kind of just sat there. We talked about the challenge. We talked about all 3 of y'all that were in here, obviously, because like, you know, that's what you do when you're in a 2-person. The consensus was kind of just like, see what everyone else is thinking. Like,
That was
what
pretty
about
much
y'all?
It's pretty much the same thing too.
Went out because I don't know what we would get. I don't want to vote anyone else out, not let alone Rhonda too, because it's gonna break her heart.
Yeah. It's gonna break her heart. She could have the idol, but we found out she did get a clue on day 1. We found that out from Lori.
Figured, yeah. Which that would be nerve wracking too if she does have something and she plays it.
I don't know if it was 1 per tribe, but when we were doing the captain thing, Madison told me that Jack played the idol.
Really?
They were
Whoa. We don't even have the numbers though to like split a vote. That's what sucks.
Well, that actually is a little bit of good news for us, Robbie, because I don't think there are 2 idols. I think there's only the 1.
Right.
Because Lori confirmed they got the same clue. So.
Well, then I was extremely worried. I was extremely nervous about tonight because of my performance in this challenge. It was just like terrible timing.
You're like,
yeah.
This is probably the tribe I was most comfortable. Like everyone on this tribe is the 5 I'm the most comfortable with, which
For real
sucks. Like I wouldn't mind a tribe of all 5 of us. Full disclosure, it could have been a little more comfy.
Yeah.
I really like who we're working with.
And like the reality is, if the 3 of them decide, you know,
I know,
it doesn't matter for us.
Nope. Don't have an advantage you want to give me, huh?
I'm plenty worried about myself too, to be honest.
So what do we do? What are we gonna do?
The reality, right, is like if we come up with a name, we still need to get one of them on board. Who do you think is the easiest to get like on board?
Probably Randy.
Randy, okay.
Okay, well, what about, we could say strengths about each of them and not strengths about each of them.
Okay.
You guys know?
Hey.
Hey.
Cool.
Are we mixing?
Yeah, I think we're mixing.
Okay.
In the Cloud Forest, if you wanted to go there, Simona.
Okay, I'll go there.
I hate this. I will, if it brings you any comfort. I know her name. I know she's saying your name, so it's easy for me to be like, if it happens, it happens. But if it makes you feel any better, when I talked to Madison very briefly, Madison shared that Jack played the idol at the first.
Do it. Why don't you just throw, like, one of us need to be thrown under the bus. I don't think she'd vote me, but we got to throw out either your name or mine, just to make her feel comfortable, like there's a direction here to go.
Okay.
Because she's gonna get super nervous if we just keep like beating
Oh,
around the bush
yeah.
and not saying anything.
Yeah, cycling around her.
Well, if she said that she wants to keep me, but it's up to you guys.
You could throw my name out because I feel comfortable. I mean, the three we have right here, we've locked it down. Whatever Robbie's talking to her about doesn't really matter.
I think she kind of knows that how friendly me and you are, Randy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay, what if you brought up a name? Are you cool throwing Robbie under as well as like not the
As long
backup
as-
plan, but like just to make her feel like there's a vote tonight, and then even
As
like
long as there's no reason to pick him.
then it would honestly make sense if you guys say me because I did the worst in the challenge
well,
today.
I think relatively I did the worst. I wouldn't mind being the name. When we were talking, I kind of brought up how I was very disappointed and thought I would do a lot better. So that idea is in her head already, I'm assuming.
Would it be better for Rhonda just to speak with Simona, like just girl to girl? Rhonda, you want to head to In the Trees?
Wait,
Are you coming with me then, Randy?
Yes, I'm going In the Trees with you.
Okay.
Hey guys, I think Randy and Rhonda wanted to talk to you, Simone. Or Simona.
Oh,
sorry.
me?
Do you think Randy will come for me?
On this one?
Did my name come up?
I mean, it did in the conversation of, all right, we need to tell her someone. Randy threw himself up, and then I threw myself up. Then it was dead air for 2 minutes of that conversation. And I was like, and then there's also Robbie, but he's not in this call. And then Ron was like, well, then we'd have to tell Robbie of the plan because I don't want him. No one was trying to do it behind your back. Like we were gonna come and let you know about it if it was gonna be your name.
I wanted to say there was no way I was going to pick anybody else but you. You're always going to be my first
appreciate
pick,
that.
and
But I'm so glad you picked me.
Yeah. Well, probably not now. You have to go to Crossroads. So I
No,
feel
okay, so like there's that. I was telling Holden this too because he was saying he was unhappy with the situation. I was like, look, like yeah, it sucks. We have to go to Crossroads. Sure, maybe I'd be safe, but I'd be in the minority of a red tribe.
listen,
That
loyalty.
lets
is
me
my
know a lot because I felt I jumped the gun letting you know. I was like, dude, I saw Robbie in the first second, wanted him on my team. I felt I jumped the gun when I said that day one, and I'm just really glad that you literally reciprocated it.
I think he's got the skills Holden does to find the compass. And he definitely feels safe. I mean, when Rhonda and I were speaking with him, he seemed fine. So Holden? Is that the name?
I mean, I'm down. Like I don't want it to be us. So
Okay.
Do
Holden.
all we have to do now, just we've got 10 minutes here. All we have to do to solidify, if I can speak, solidify the vote is talk to Robbie. So
it's nerve wracking, but I promise you we're good.
I'm terrified. I'm like
Randy.
talking my brain out. No, I'm good. I'm good. I trust you guys. I really do. So I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. So I spoke with her and she looked when it was just me and her, she was like, Randy, do not be screwing me over. Randy, do not. Like she's starting to get nervous about it, which kind of worries me a little bit. Makes me feel a little safe because like I'm like her ally. So I feel like if she does play something and then like throws out someone else's name, which I obviously do not want to happen, I feel a little secure in that sense. But she, just to let you know, she's starting to get nervous. So
I want to make sure you and we have this moment to talk.
Yes.
I had great vibes from you and David in that call
Same.
yesterday. I absolutely, that has been my favorite part of this experience so far because we haven't been able to break off. That was my first like breaking off talk, and I know we didn't talk game, but I want you to know that I really do want to work with you.
I do
get
too.
Great vibes from you. I called you the heartthrob of our tribe in my
Hold on.
last confessional.
I was gonna say, can we pull up the confessionals because I can't remember what your picture was, but it was the smile for me. Day one, before anyone turned their camera on, we were like side by side on the screen on my screen, and I was like, okay, I gotta get with this guy. This guy like looks like a positive attitude, and that's who I want to play the game with, just like a positive person who I can trust, and I genuinely think I can trust you moving forward. Like 1000%. pinky swear, whatever you need from me to make you feel that I am telling the truth. Because I know in this game you could always be nervous, but I got you, bro. We need like a cool name or something because I'm all for names and alliance names are badass. But I'll say like, I know you haven't seen like all the seasons of Survivor, but I tend to lean more towards classic Survivor because I don't like how newer Survivor is all about like voting blocks and stuff. I actually hate that. Like genuinely hate that. And I like it when it was more get your alliance and then take your alliance all the way until the end. Like I just think that's the best way to play these type of games. Find someone who is like, however you want to look at it, a brother figure, a best friend figure, like someone, because that's the most important thing, whether it's Big Brother or Survivor, to find someone who you can trust 1000% with your life on the line and stuff like that. I truly don't understand why people flip all the way around and stuff like that. I'm like, you're just making the game a million times harder for yourself. If you have someone you trust, why would you flip on them? So I'm down. If this is going to be a duo moving forward, count me in.
Let's go. I absolutely
Bro,
love that.
Smile,
Love that.
boys. I'm going to get something cooler. I'm going to say it in my confessional. I'm going to think of a name by the end of the night. But yeah, definitely, I love having a backup plan. Hopefully we don't have to, but if we have to go back on Thursday, I love having a backup plan where, like, if it comes down to the four of us and we have to make a move, we got two people right here.
All right, looks like we are ready to go. Welcome to the Crossroads. First time visit as we have all former team Fishback here with us. Holden, do you think that's an advantage or a disadvantage that you guys all ended up from the same original party?
Definitely a disadvantage. As soon as I saw where the end of the team picks were gonna go, I realized the mistake we might have made, just because we've all been so close on day one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely kind of took away that swap screwed that you usually get in these types of situations. Was that, when you were kind of picking through the teams, was that something that you were conscious of, or was it just a complete oversight?
It was a little oversight.
I didn't get to pick, so.
No, Rhonda, last pick for today, and also voted out on day one. What was kind of going through your head there when the votes came in and you were the person who had received the most votes there on Team Fishback?
I really don't like to swear on social media.
That's fine.
I was upset. I mean, I just felt like it was just because I'm the only Canadian, right? Besides you, but you know, you just wonder.
Yeah.
And I mean, so I was upset at first. Like it hurt, just like it would have if anybody else, right?
Do you think it's changed the way that you've kind of approached your party going in the last couple of days, or you're just kind of trying to shake it off?
When I went back, everybody was just like, they had such open arms and they just accepted me back, and we've had a lot of fun BSing and talking about turtles and drinking and everything. Like, we have a lot of fun together.
Right on. Awesome.
Yeah, we had a tribe swap and we lost both of our Davids.
Oh, no, we still got one. He's over there.
He's over there, but
Robbie's got David the turtle.
Oh, right. Let's go over to Robbie. So you got picked here for something a little bit different, as you got picked as the leader today as part of Team Fishback. Did that surprise you at all?
No, because I volunteered.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. What was the process there? So what was the mindset that you had volunteering for that? Because I mean, we didn't really give you a lot of information about it.
Yeah, so I figured it might be just distribution of the cans. And I don't mind making enemies on the other tribe. Like, I would have given those guys the cans regardless. So I was like, you know, if Z doesn't want to do it, then I'll do it. And then when I meet them, I'll just be like, hey, I know your arm's probably still hurt, but that's okay. Nice to meet you. Like, I don't mind that.
Because we actually all voted for Z first. And we thought she would be good at it, and she wasn't comfortable, so then Robbie stepped up.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Robbie, had you known what was being voted for, do you think you would have stepped up and taken that on, or was that not a position that you really wanted to be in, to have that first pick?
I mean, if I had known, I think, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't regret stepping up if that's what you're asking. I think if it worked out differently, I would have been okay with whatever, just because I trust the people that I've been on a tribe with. Like, I would hope that I would have gotten picked at some point by a good tribe and not been in a crappy situation like others. But I think I'd be fine either way. I think if you gave me the opportunity to volunteer again for that same role, I would be like, sure, and I'd be happy if we got the same 5 people again.
Awesome. Well, in the competition there, Simona really quite a standout, as you were one of the last people standing. Really put up a good fight there. What were you thinking as you knew that you were the last person holding on for your team? Did that give you kind of more of a push to stick it out?
Yeah, I mean, when they gave me cans, I was relieved for 2 reasons. I was like, 1, okay, good, Holden's not getting them, so like he'll be able to keep going longer. And then 2, I was like, oh good, I'm getting a break for like 5 seconds, but I got that break. And then when Holden dropped, like right before I got to get the break, I was like, fuck, you know. And obviously I was trying really hard, and then people kept getting warnings, and I was like, okay, they're getting warnings, I haven't gotten a warning, I'm good. But like my arm, like it started like seizing and like bending itself. Basically, no matter which way I tried to hold the bags, like I went as hard as I can, and it sucks in retrospect knowing that the whole thing only went on around a minute longer. You know, like I do think Jack dropped like immediately after me, and I think Lady K dropped overall like a minute after that. So it definitely sucks because I was really trying to push myself for my tribe, but it's funny because going into it, I think I was probably the least confident. So funny how that works out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I said that you were my pick to go that deep. You definitely impressed me. I thought you did an amazing job there. Now, do you worry about, as we've seen in Survivor, kind of when you do really well in the competition, that also kind of brings a little bit of a target. Was that something that you're worried about at all, or is it still kind of a little too early to be worried about that?
No, I mean, I didn't even win. You know what I mean? Like, I outlasted a couple people, but I didn't win. I think there were still 4 or 5 people ahead of me, and like, that's one small thing. I don't think I'm a physical threat by any means. And if these people do, then they see something in me that I don't see in myself. So no, I don't assume that that's gonna be what's the word? Just I don't think that's gonna be an issue for me. But if I do end up comp beasting later in the season, like I would be fine with that. But I don't foresee that being an issue, and I doubt anyone else does.
Sounds good. Now, Randy, on the other end, you were the first to fall out of the competition today. How did that make you feel? I mean, it couldn't have felt good.
Utter disappointment. Like, I have written a book tonight, like a full-fledged novel with the amount of times that I've said I'm sorry, and I feel terrible. And this, like, moving forward, I mean, I will be doing like can lifts for weeks just to get like the strength back in my arms. It's something we spoke about. We've talked about my shoulder surgery that I had to go through, and I just got over doing physical therapy, literally finished up 2 weeks ago, so I felt great. I've been working out, trying to get the strength back, and it was a sense of pride came over me because for the past couple days, we knew the challenge was probably going to involve some type of lifting, and I said, hey guys, it might be smart if I sit out, and then I literally threw a curveball last minute, and I was like, hey, I want to do this. I think I could do great at this challenge, and honestly, I couldn't, and I couldn't say I'm sorry enough to these guys, because I really do feel like I let them down. I mean, I only had 1 can in my bag. 1 can, and so I feel terrible, but that was, we're all nervous heading into, we're all nervous tonight, and we all kind of pitched why we want to stay, and my pitch was just, you can never look at one challenge because I felt like I did great on the night 1 challenge. So I feel like there are going to be stuff that I'm good at, and obviously today this was one that I wasn't, and lesson learned, if it involves heavy lifting, I guess Randy's going to be on the bench. So learned my lesson there.
Okay. Now, Robbie, positive or negative, how much influence are the challenges having on your decisions here? Or is it mainly who can I trust, who can I move forward with?
I think we never know what's coming next, right? So challenge performance is not important to me personally. I don't think we'll have another challenge like this, so just because Randy dropped first tonight doesn't mean that I want to vote Randy out because of that. Next week could be a logic puzzle, it could be a word puzzle, and we don't know that. So challenge performance is a non-factor, and it depends on who you can trust and who you want to move forward with in the game.
Okay. Rhonda, what things do you think are coming into play if challenges aren't at the top of everyone's mindset? What is kind of the main focus when we're thinking which of this 5 is going to be the one to be voted up tonight?
There was a lot of discussion that went round and round, and whether like people would be good at finding the compasses or social aspect of it, like pretty much everything that goes on normally, like would just, try to figure out who's gonna, because yeah, I agree with Robbie. I don't think that the challenges should be part of it either. So you just had to figure out who's, I don't know, we just talked about all different aspects of it, and so that's how it came down to it.
Okay. Now, Holden, I mean, we've only got five players in this party. If we continue for the next couple of days, I think challenge is going to be kind of important. What's your thought on that?
I think that as a group, we're all pretty united as far as our mental state is for the game. We know that we have to win out. The other tribes have a lot to consider going into the challenges as well, because now that it's a split scenario where we're down, there's gonna be sit-outs, and so I think we're a pretty diverse group. I think we'll be able to navigate the challenges well. They're gonna have to navigate sitting people out, the drama of people getting a role they don't want to have. We're a tight group, and we're gonna stay tight. I think that's what's most important.
Simona, would you agree that you guys are a tight group, and do you see kind of this group moving forward and hopefully getting some wins again if we all stick together?
I hope so. I mean, yesterday we were talking a lot, saying like we're the better party, in regards to Fishback over Coach, like from especially evidence-based as well, like from what Lori was telling us, like we were getting along better and had better energy, and I don't think that stops. I think in general, if we mesh well, I think that's a good thing going forward, especially because it sounds like the other party had a relatively split vote right off the bat. Like hopefully we can present a united front against them, and I think with this united vibe that we have, like with them being relatively divided and us being united, I do think that gives us the upper hand. And so I think even if people don't want to stay united, I think it's definitely the wiser move, and I do think that we have good assets on this party, and we'll be able to win some stuff moving forwards, which we need to, like you said, but I believe we can.
Okay. Randy, is there any worry that Fishback was never tested? You guys never had to vote? You never had to prove any loyalty? Maybe you don't know what you've got over there.
I mean, this is going to be tough. I'll just say tonight, this evening. I mean, we talk about how we're all unified, but obviously we know someone has to go home tonight, and I think that just it's so difficult because we got so comfortable, just kind of kumbaya. I mean, literally, at least from my point of view, no one talked strategy on the Fishback camp. Not one person. We pretty much stayed together the entire time, except for the time we had to do some camp activities. And we just kind of got to know everyone. So it was really difficult losing the challenge today, just because it was a bunch of scrambling, because no one had any plan on who we were going to vote out, and everyone here loves everyone. So it's going to be tough tonight.
Okay. All right, well, I want to ask, does anyone want to admit that they're feeling vulnerable, that they think that maybe this vote's going to come on to them? I'm getting all 5 hands, so I guess I know the answer to my next question. Is anyone feeling super comfortable and think they know exactly what's about to happen? All right, so this should be exciting. Before I get to the vote, I always like to open the floor. If anyone has anything that they'd like to say to try to sway this vote in any way, now's the perfect time, the last chance that you're going to have to say something.
Well, like
I'll
the
just
rest
say,
of you.
oh, go ahead, Rhonda.
Sorry, hon. I was saying, just like the rest of you, you know what? I'm committed to being with you guys to the end, through the merge and everything. So, whatever happens, just know that I have your back.
I said it today, I'll just say it again. I'm so sorry about the challenge, and I hope we don't look too much into that, just because I know I can be good at other challenges and stuff, and I dropped the ball today, and I'll live and learn from that, and I'm a loyal ally moving forward. Plus, like, if you vote me off, you're voting David the Turtle off, and nobody wants that.
We can't lose both Davids on the same night.
Exactly.
No, and I think on top of that, you know, we've all said this, we all like each other a lot. We all want to be here, and I think we're all really sad about having to do this. And so at the end of the day, it's robbing an experience from someone who wants it, and that sucks. So I hope as a tribe, no matter what, the right decision, or as a party, the right decision is made moving forwards for the party as a whole. And on top of that, I hope there are no hard feelings, and I know for me, there won't be.
Yeah, it is in the nature of the game that we all love so much that unfortunately not everyone gets to play the whole time. So right before, with that, if no one else has anything else that they'd like to add here, if anyone has an advantage that they'd like to play that can be played before the vote, now is the time to do so. Okay, it looks like no one's taking advantage of that. So if you guys look just under this room, you will see the voting booth. One at a time, I'm going to have you guys go into that room. All right, everyone. The votes are in. If you have an advantage that can be played after the votes, now is the time to do so. All right. Let's get to the vote. There are 5 votes this evening. Our first vote is for Rhonda. Our second vote is for Simona. Our third vote is for Rhonda. Our fourth vote is for Rhonda. Rhonda, unfortunately, that is enough. You have been
Gonna happen anyway.
deserted here at the crossroads. So happy to have you play, Rhonda. Appreciate it. Stick around. We're going to have a quick chat with you. As for the other 4, you guys have until 11 o'clock before we kick you out. Have a great night.
To get Rhonda out, we probably just have to make her feel super comfortable with the plan of voting you.
I told her I was nervous. If she throws a vote on me, like, fine. Like, seriously, like, it's fine. If that's what it takes to make her feel comfortable, like, do it.
I feel comfortable going Rhonda.
Yeah.
And then these 4 that we have, just kill it in the challenges. Just absolutely kill it.
Yeah.
And then make sure we don't have to come back here.
That is me in a nutshell. I'm loyal to a fault. Like, and I promise you, like, I know we haven't had a chance to talk one-on-one, but like I said, the vibes are immaculate. And
the vibes are so good. I did ask. I texted my boyfriend yesterday because I saw your Funko Pops in the background. I was like, he collects. I knew, babe.
I don't like lying. I'm a sweet boy. Poor Rhonda. I know she didn't she didn't deserve that. It sucks taking that away from her, but at this point I think I have to work with Simona. She's the in with the rest of Fishback, and to secure a long-term position in this game, I think we have the best remainder of that team.
And with that, we lose Rhonda on day 3, the second player deserted from Expedition Online Season 5. It was a valiant effort on the new Black Party to win that challenge, but ultimately, the new party, consisting of all 5 former Fishback members who have never gone to Crossroads, loses Rhonda at the end of the night. You could tell that nobody really wanted to vote her out. It just was the unfortunate case that had to happen.
Yeah, she was in a sort of tough situation there. I mean, she was on all team Fishback, so she couldn't argue some party line thing. And then she also was the person who, in that early vote at the very beginning of day one, was chosen to go out. She wasn't able to find the compass that she got the clue to. So I think that it was just a really tough situation for her to be put in. I think she did the best she could considering the situation, but sometimes this game is a lot more luck based than we'd all like to admit it is, and it just didn't work out for her.
Yeah, unfortunately we have to lose Rhonda a little too soon. Now, something that I found interesting in tonight's strategy session was everybody kind of centered on Rhonda a little early, so then they were trying to figure out what to tell her, and everybody was kind of volunteering to be the fake name vote, which I would say 99% of the time, you don't want to be the fake name.
I think that it made sense for exactly one person on the tribe, and that's Simona. And there are a couple reasons here. One is that she has the compass, so she, as a result, knows that it's extremely, extremely unlikely that Rhonda has anything. Simona doesn't have to worry about that. The other three, at least to my knowledge, at least can't feel that confident that Rhonda doesn't have anything. And the other reason being that Rhonda threw Simona's name out originally. So it wasn't really Simona saying like, hey, I'm totally cool being the fake vote. It was just her not freaking out when that came up. And I think there's a big difference between not actively trying to get yourself away from being the decoy vote as opposed to really volunteering, as we saw like Randy, for example, do. So I was really impressed with Simona's gameplay today, but if I was one of the other three, there's no way I'm putting out my name as a potential fake vote.
Right, exactly. And I totally agree with you. I think Simona was the MVP of today. She also was the last person standing, so she had an impressive challenge performance, played the vote perfectly, has a compass in her back pocket. So I think Simona is really set up for some success if they can find a winning streak here. Now, on the red party side, we saw Madison and Cole from former team coach, as well as Lady K and Jack. They were kind of batting heads last night, and it was almost those 2 versus 2 battling it out for Jenny's alliance on that side. Now, although they won exemption, there was definitely some talk on that side. Jenny has gone from party Fishback, where she was kind of comfortable and talked a lot last night, to a real swing vote if Red ends up losing next round. So
I think for Jenny, it's got to be music to her ears, thinking like, oh, I thought I was in a terrible spot, and here I am, and I'm actually be the most powerful person on this tribe.
Exactly. No, that's exactly right. And yeah, I think it's still so early in the game that they could totally all come together and still be okay. Like, this is not the time to start drawing lines and saying, I'm officially never working with you again. I'm never working with you again.
Let's say you vote out, I don't know, Lady K the next time. How do you then go back to your, if there's another swap or something, to your original tribe members and explain that to them? Right? You don't have to say, I want this to be my final 4. You just have to be willing to play with them for another few rounds.
I think there's a lot of drama already up in the air. We're only concluding day 3 right now. So we have an exciting game set up. There are still a lot of twists to come. So with that, I think we can tie a bow on day 3. As always, please feel free to go into our bio, click on the link, and donate to our charities. And for that, this has been Daniel Fleschner and Sam Donovan for Expedition Online. Thank you for watching.
I'm going with Rhonda. It really sucks. I said how I really thought if the tribe stayed a little bit bigger, I'd be able to work with her longer, but at this stage, we need a strong 4, and these are literally the other 4 I felt the strongest with. It's unfortunate. I felt horrible about doing it on day 1. I feel way worse doing it on day 2. But I know she's going to be strong, and I know she's going to be on Survivor. She's incredible.
Okay, so tonight I'm voting Rhonda. Brock and Rhonda. I'm sorry, I trust my allies moving forward. And this was kind of an easy vote. I love you. I wish we had more time together, but hope to see you again someday.
All right, I'm casting my vote tonight for Rock and Rhonda. Sorry, you just, the first tribe, we already voted you out once, and I am a firm believer that we wrote your name down once, you probably believe we will write your name down again. So if I was swapped into a minority with you, I'd be worried that you'd flip on me. So this is just for preservation in the game, long term. Love you. Good luck.
I chose Simona because I feel that we need to keep the tribe strong with the 3 boys, and that's pretty much the whole thing. And it makes me really sad because she's a very sweet girl.
Well, oh my god, if I go home tonight, I am the biggest idiot. to ever play this game. This should be so simple. I go home with a compass in pocket at the first vote. I'm gonna cry. I am going to sadly, semi-sadly, be voting for Rhonda tonight. Rhonda, you're very sweet, but one, you threw my name out. Two, I'm not the weakest on this tribe. Three, you're a force of chaos. Chaos can be fun. I don't need the chaos today, so you gotta go. Plus, you or me, I'm always gonna choose myself to stay.
If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, and click on the bell to receive notifications so you don't miss any upcoming episodes or bonus content.
So I got hooked on last season. I started watching it just to get an idea of what I was getting myself into, and now I'm hooked on it, of course.
Really?
The challenge that I watched today was like a fucking handstand on the wall.
Oh, I could do that. I could do that easy.
No. It was downward dog, and then you gotta get your legs up on the wall.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
I can do that. I'm great at yoga.